Okay, so I am Dr. Balamurugan, Professor of Chemistry in PR College of Engineering. So today we are going to discuss about the characteristics of adsorption. What are the characteristics of adsorption reactions, both the physical adsorption and the chemical adsorption? Okay, so adsorption is a phenomena which is two types: physical absorption, chemical absorption. Two types: physical absorption, chemical absorption. Okay, so here, what are characteristics of absorption? So here we are there some of the points we have already seen in physical absorption, chemical absorption. Difference are repeating here. Okay. Adsorption on the surface, first one, adsorption on surface of the solid is always spontaneous. Excuse me. So adsorption on surface is always spontaneous. Spontaneity, taking place spontaneously. And adsorption is always accompanied by the evolution of heat. So always adsorption, both the physical adsorption or chemical adsorption, there is some heat is evolved exothermic in nature. In the case of physical absorption, 0 to 40 degree, chemical 40 to 400 kilocalories evolved. Third one is absorption is accompanied both by decrease in enthalpy and entropy of the system. So in both absorption is accompanied by decrease in thermodynamic factors, enthalpy and entropy of the system. And fourth one, absorption is a selective process. It takes selectively, it occurs selectively. And fifth one, the rate of absorption depends on temperature. So temperature is a very important key factor for determining the rate of the absorption. And sixth one, absorption is a physical phenomena but accompanied by the chemical change. So in previous class we have seen absorption of hydrogen on nickel. So absorption of hydrogen on nickel follows first physical absorption, precipation. So the hydrogen held on the surface of nickel very weakly with the help of van der Waals force. And second one is chemical change followed by the chemical change. The weak van der Waals force is removed by the strong bond formation. Strong bond formation. Okay. And last one, absorption is specific in nature, highly specific in nature, and also it depends on the nature of the absorbent and the absorbate. Nature of the absorbent and absorbate determines the specificity of the absorption. Okay, these are the some of the characteristics of absorption. Okay, next one, absorption of gas on solid. So absorption of gases on solid. Generally, all the gases are absorbed on the surface of the solid to some extent. So little bit quantity also some extent. So this gas absorption on the solid surface will depend on some of the key factors. So some this absorption magnitude is depends on some of the factors like first one, nature of the gas, nature of the surface area of absorbent, heat or enthalpy of absorption, reversible character of absorbed gases, pressure of the gases, temperature of the gas, thickness of the gas, absorbed layer of the gas, and the activation of absorption. So activation of absorbent is also necessary. Okay. So these are the 8 important factors. They are influencing the absorption of gas on solid. So let me see detailing one by one. First one, nature of the gas. So the amount of gas absorbed by the solid depends on the nature of the gas. Okay. See, very easily liquefiable gases are very easily absorbed more than permanent gases. So easily liquefiable gases. So easily liquefiable gases like hydrochloric acid, ammonia, chloride, sulfur dioxide are absorbed more readily than the permanent gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, etc. So, easily liquefiable gases are absorbed more readily than permanent gases. So, the liquefiability of gases are determined by the critical temperature of the gases. Okay, we are very familiar with the critical temperature of the gas. Okay, next one. Let me see the example for absorption of gas and critical temperature. Critical temperature is mentioned in the Kelvin scale. So the amount of gas absorbed in milliliter. First case, sulfur dioxide at 430 Kelvin, 430 Kelvin, absorbed 380 ml. Ammonia 180, carbon dioxide 48, and which is going to decrease towards permanent gases like nitrogen and hydrogen. Nitrogen 8.0 only. Hydrogen is one of the permanent gas, which is 4.1 only. Okay. So easily liquefiable gases like sulfur dioxide, ammonia, carbon dioxide, the gases are readily absorbed more and more. Okay. So van der Waals forces are easily liquefiable gases. So greater the van der Waals force than permanent gas, so they are absorbed more readily. So easily liquefiable gases having more van der Waals force, so that they are easily absorbed. And second one is nature of the surface area of absorption. So the absorption or the extent of absorption depends on the surface area of absorption. If the surface area is more, then the absorption will be more. And also if the surface area is consisting of more pore voids, then absorption will be more because the gas or liquid molecules will penetrate through the pore voids, porous structure. Okay. So, the greater the surface area, greater the absorption, number one. And second one is larger pore on the absorbent, larger is the absorption. So example for this one is charcoal and silica gel. So they are porous in nature. They are porous in nature. They act as a very good absorbent. They absorb gases readily. Okay. And third one, heat or enthalpy of absorption. So absorption is always accompanied by the evolution of heat, which means it is completely exothermic in nature. The evolution of heat, exothermic in nature. So heat of absorption is defined as the energy liberated or released when 1 gram mole of gas is absorbed on the solid surface is called as heat of absorption. Okay. So both physical absorption and chemical absorption involves the liberation of heat. So the molecules and gas molecules and solid surface are due to the relatively weak van der Waals force. They get the absorption very low. Heat of liberation is very low in physical absorption, and in chemical absorption there is a formation of chemical bond. So heat of absorption is very more in chemical absorption. Next point, reversibility. The reversible character of absorbed gases on solid surface. So in physical absorption, it is completely reversible The absorbed gas on the solid can be removed or dissolved under reversible conditions of temperature and pressure. So that in physical absorption, it is completely reversible in nature. And chemical absorption, it is not reversible because there is a surface compound formed. The help of bond formation, a new surface compound is formed, so that if we are changing or if we are reversibly changing the temperature and pressure, we could not attain reversibility. So in the case of chemical absorption and the effect of pressure on the gases. So, pressure, in the case of pressure, for physical absorption, what will happen? Physical absorption, if pressure increases, absorption will be more. We have already studied this point in the difference between physical absorption and chemical absorption. And chemical absorption, if we are increasing the pressure, the mobility of molecules are disturbed, so absorption will be low. And next one, temperature. Temperature of the gas. Temperature of the gas. So physical absorption, if the temperature increases, absorption will be decreased because there is a movement, random movement of molecules happen if temperature increase. So in physical absorption, as temperature increases, absorption will decrease. At the same time, in chemical absorption, if temperature is increased, chemical absorption temperature is increased, absorption will be more because of the mobility of gas molecules. Okay, this graph provides us the relationship between absorption versus temperature, physical absorption and chemical absorption. Okay, so this graph give a relationship between absorption and temperature. For physical absorption, temperature is as temperature increases, absorption decreases, and for chemical absorption, temperature increases, absorption is also increased. And seventh point, thickness of the absorbed layer of the gas. Thickness. So in physical absorption, there is a possibility of so many layers. So due to the increase in pressure, so many layers of molecules are present in physical absorption. At the same time, in chemical absorption, there is only one layer because there is a formation of surface compound. Only one layer is possible. And activation of the absorbent. The surface of the absorbent is activated in order to absorb more gas or liquid readily by so many ways. So many methods are available for the activation of surface area. First one is creation of rough surface. By creating rough surfaces, what will happen? The rough surface will absorb molecules readily more than the polished surface. So, polished surface. Okay, so a day-to-day example for this one is when we are walking on some tiles, what will happen? The frictional force, the grip between us, between the between shoe and the floor is very less because of the polished surface. On the other hand, if you are walking on the sand floor, what will happen? Due to the porous nature, rough nature, the gripness will be more. Okay, so creation of rough surface will increase absorption. So it may be created by mechanical rubbing or other to subject to some chemical reactions of the solid surface. And second one, increasing the effective area of the surface. By increasing the area of the surface also increases the absorption. So by subdividing solid absorbent into fine particle, then what will happen? The availability of more surface area of solid will happen. Due to the more availability of solid area, absorption will be more. Absorption will be more. Okay, absorption will be very more. So there are so many factors which are influencing, which are influencing the absorption, sorry, of gas on solid. Okay, so today we have seen absorption of gas on solid. So next one is absorption of solid from solution. So tomorrow we will see that topic, absorption of solid from solution. Okay, thank you.